What's up everyone, this is Trendkill Toys. I just wanted to make this quick video going over the reveals from the Valafair, which was a 3-day event where the toy company Valaverse revealed some new figures that they got coming out and some stuff that they're working on that will come out eventually. I just wanted to go through each reveal and share my opinion on them, share it with you guys. You guys can let me know whatever you want in the comments. And actually, before I get into it, I just want to say that I am a fan of Valaverse. I do like Bobby Vala and what he's doing and his opinion on the toy industry and on Hasbro and things like that and the process behind making action figures. So I am a fan of Valaverse. I do have some figures from them. I don't have a ton of figures from Valaverse, but out of the ones that I have, I do like them and I'm interested to see the figures that they got coming out in the future. So just so you guys know, anything negative I say about Valaverse, it doesn't mean I hate the entire company. It just means I don't like a specific thing that they're doing. So with that out of the way, I'll start off with the first one here, which was the Desert and Riot Trooper, and these are the female troopers. Right off the bat, I do like the Desert Trooper better than the blue one here because I like the color scheme on the Desert one. I think it's an interesting color scheme. I would have preferred the gloves and boots to be a different color, maybe like a shade of brown or something. But other than that, overall, I prefer the Desert one here over the blue one. The blue and black color scheme is kind of boring to me, so I probably will be picking up the Desert one. Next one is some gear packs, which are coming out in the spring, and these are for the female figures. And these are pretty cool. I was looking forward to these coming out when they said that they were going to have them for the female figures. So here we finally get a chance to look at them, and these are pretty cool. I like the Desert one. I like the color scheme again. I like the tan and the beige. The Delta one is also cool. I do like that it comes with an M4. And it also comes with a new pistol design, which is the pistol with the slide coming back, so to replicate firing when a pistol is firing. So that's cool. The black one is not very interesting to me. I'm not a big fan of it because it does come with a kind of AK looking rifle, which is kind of ugly. And just the black color scheme is kind of boring. And I definitely prefer the tan and the green color schemes better. So I'll probably be picking up those, but not the black one. And okay, so this is kind of a big disappointment for me. I was looking forward to their female figures, but obviously they've already come out with them. And if you've seen my review of the female figures that I picked up, one thing that really disappointed me was how masculine the body looked. And I'm going to get into that in a second here with this figure. Right off the bat, the face is very manly looking. And the hairstyle is kind of weird. It's kind of like a Wednesday Addams style hairstyle, and I don't really like that. The facial structure is kind of masculine, so it's a female figure. It shouldn't look like that. And then again, the same problem that I had with the other female figures was the body. The shoulders are very broad and the hips are very narrow, and so the silhouette or the frame of the figure is not very feminine. It looks like a skinny dude trying to pretend to be a woman. And if you think this looks like a woman, then that's what you think, but I'm just sharing what I think. The color scheme is okay up until the boots. I don't like the light gray boots. It's almost like a baby bluish kind of color. Not a big fan of that, but everything else on the figure looks pretty good. And then some upgrade packs for some of the existing figures here. This is for the Eclipse figure. Again, the head sculpt, not very feminine looking, but it's not that bad. I think it is good enough, but I just think it's not very feminine looking, and I guess maybe that's because of the expression. I don't know. But again, we have a nice M4 rifle. That's good. And then the pistol, which is another cool design, and it looks like the slide is coming back to simulate firing. So that's cool that they sculpted it that way. And I do like the vest with the 2 holsters on each side. That's cool. I don't have the Eclipse figure, so I probably won't be picking this up. But I'm hoping they release a vest design like this because I do like that design and I do want to pick a couple of those up for my female figures. And then you got the muzzle flash effects, magazines, and then the smoke effect. So that's also pretty cool. This one is pretty horrendous in my opinion. The face sculpt is bad. It looks very masculine, and it kind of looks like Samuel L. Jackson with a wig. So I think that looks really bad. The gear that it comes with is pretty decent. It's just a green vest. You do have a helmet with some binoculars there, and then same thing with the pistol. You do have the slide coming back to simulate firing. You got the 50 cal, which is first time seeing that from Valaverse. That's cool, although the sculpt is not as good as it could be, and I'm going to show a comparison later on down the road here. But it does come with a cool smoke effect with a muzzle flash to simulate the weapon firing, so that's cool. Everything is pretty good there. And then this one, I'm not a big fan of the Pandora figure. I know Bobby Vala really likes this design, and it's kind of his favorite female design so far. So I hate to say that I'm not a fan of this. I don't like the tattoos on the figure, and I don't like the head sculpt. I don't like the haircut. She's got a tattoo on the back of her head. I think that's kind of dumb. But again, that's my opinion, guys. You guys need to remember, opinions are just words and thoughts. They don't actually do any damage to anybody. So, but anyway, I do like the vest design here. That's a cool design. I would like to get that separate from this pack. So I hope they release that with something else. The red on some of the guns here, it makes it look like a Nerf gun. So I'm not a big fan of that. That's kind of disappointing. And then we have the Echo weapons pack. This one has some pretty good guns in it. I do like a Rhino revolver. That's pretty cool. I'm actually not a big fan of the lever action rifle with the scope. I think it looks a little bit goofy. That's just because I'm not used to that sort of design. The rest of the weapons are kind of bland, in my opinion. Not really weapons that I would like to have in figure form. Then the next weapons pack, which is the Foxtrot pack, and again, you do have the 50 cal showing up again. I do like the Chris Vector here. I don't like that it's yellow. I prefer a white Chris Vector or just a straight up black one, but that's pretty cool. I also like how they have the Desert Eagle here with the slide coming back to simulate a case being spent from the weapon, so that's cool. Also have like almost like an MP7. I think it's like an MP7 style gun up here on the top right, and then the M4 on the top. That's a cool M4 design. I like that one, so that's cool. And you have some two pistols here with the slides coming back simulating firing. So the design of the 50 cal it's okay, but I think Gridiron Studios came out with a better one. Not trying to start beef between Valaverse and Gridiron Studios. It's like comparing apples to oranges. They're both different things. They have different goals that they're trying to accomplish, and they both serve different purposes. So I don't think it's fair to compare them, but I do like the sculpt on the Gridiron 50 cal better, and I did pick up that one, so I'm excited to finally get that one. It's been a gun design that I've been waiting for a very long time, so it's nice to finally have it, and I think Gridiron did a better job on the sculpt, and I'll show pictures here and you guys can come to your own conclusion on that. So moving forward, another weapons pack, the Golf weapons pack. You have a shotgun, another Chris Vector in the beige color. I do like that. Another MP7 style weapon, and then another Rhino revolver. Another pistol with a slide coming back to simulate firing. I don't know how many times I've said that in this video, but I will probably say it more times. And then we have a rotary gun or a Gatling gun, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty cool. First time seeing that from Valaverse, and it does come with an effect to show that the bullet casings are being ejected from the weapon, so that's cool. The next one here is an exclusive version of the Eclipse figure, and I believe this is going to be at I'm not a big fan of this one again, but the tattoo design here, not a big fan of tattoos, so especially on female designs, so I don't really like that. And again, the head sculpts with the face paint on it, not a big fan of that either, but if you like it, then you like it. But what I do like is the gray M4. I think that's a really cool design. It's a really cool color for that gun, so if they have that separate, I would definitely pick that up. Same thing with the vest. The gray vest also looks very cool, so that's cool to see that. Next one is some Series 1 reissues. So they got Bone Collector reissue, also Carrick, another reissue from Series 1. Condor reissue. Now the next one is the Desert Warfare Trooper. Just another Desert Trooper, and this goes with the Desert Rat that they came out with, which I do have, but I probably won't be picking this up. I think having one figure with this design is good, and then I just want to get the female one to go along with that. But having another male figure with this color scheme, similar to the Desert Rat figure, I don't think is worth having, in my opinion, for me, for my collection. And then it comes with a Desert Gear pack, which is it's pretty cool. Then there's some heads that they showed that they'll be coming out with. So this is an Angry Condor. Sculpt is pretty good. Angry Trigger. This one is really cool, and I'm hoping that the body for this figure will be equally as cool. I would definitely pick that up. Now this one is kind of interesting. So this is an Asian character with the name Buddha. I feel like that name is kind of on the nose, but that is the name that they chose for him. I'm not offended by it. I think they can call him whatever they want. They can call him Rice, and I wouldn't care. So, but they do have an Asian head sculpt, so they're kind of adding more diversity to the team here. Atlas, I'm not sure what race he is, but he does have a beanie, and I do see a lot of customization potential here. You can put that on any civilian body or any urban body, and you got a background character, dude with a beanie, with a hoodie or whatever. So that's cool. A lot of customizing potential there. Sidewinder, another character that they're coming out with, and they said that this guy was Mexican, so doesn't really look Mexican from the sculpt by itself. They definitely need to throw some paint on there to give it more of a Mexican vibe to it. You know, like the facial hair doesn't really look Mexican to me. But anyway, and then they have what they said it was a villain. So this is Lieutenant Hyun, and they said this is a Korean villain. So I'm assuming North Korean. They didn't say North or South Korean. They just said Korean, so I'm assuming North Korean. But this head sculpt looks kind of interesting. She kind of has a angry expression. So although she doesn't really look Korean, I know like Asian people look different, and when I see this kind of face shape and face sculpt, it doesn't really look Korean to me. It looks Asian, but not very Korean, so maybe that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Next one is Arctic Balaclava head. This one's pretty cool. Kind of looks like Snake Eyes to me. It looks a little bit goofy with the helmet on, but you know, this is kind of one of those designs that doesn't really grab my attention, but it does look cool, but I probably won't be picking it up. This one is pretty sick. I do like this gas mask design, and I do like how you can remove the goggles from it, or the glasses, or whatever you want to call it, the visor, and you can show the eyes of the person wearing it. So that's cool. Depending on the color options that they have, I'll probably be picking it up. And then they have another exclusive, which is I'm not sure, I think this was the Condor. So here's the Angry Condor head, and then some of the stuff that it comes with it. Pretty cool color scheme. I do like the green shirt with the tan camo pants and then the green boots. That's a cool color scheme. Not the biggest fan of the head sculpt, but a lot of customization potential there. So if you're a customizer, you probably want to pick this up. And then they had kind of another big reveal, I guess big to them and to some people who are into the vintage retro stuff. But they are having a vintage Desert Rat figure, and this is kind of the smaller scale figures, and they're going to have it with the classic packaging. I'm not a big fan of retro and vintage style figures like these small 4-inch figures, but if you're a fan of that, now you know that they're coming out with that. And they also revealed a ghillie suit for their figures. Now this one I'm kind of torn between liking it and not liking it, because I'm not really a big fan of how it looks, but I do like how it looks in some poses. So of course, just standing up here and walking around doesn't look the best, but I do like when the sniper is in the prone position with the ghillie suit on. I really like that look, but I don't like it in any other position other than that. And then in addition to that, it looks like it's going to be packed in with the 50 cal, so that's cool. But then also in addition to that, is this thing gonna flake? Like, is the little leaves gonna fall off? And if it does, that's gonna be really annoying, and I wish I would know that beforehand, because then I wouldn't buy it if it's gonna flake everywhere, if the little leaves are gonna fall off. So I'm not sure about that. Hopefully they'll, show it in hand more and actually show how durable the material is. Other than that, I'm still 50-50 on it. And they have some of the bodies that they'll be coming out with next year in 2024. I forgot the name of the characters, but this is just a look at some of the new bodies that they got coming out. And I believe new sculpt to new sculpted pants and new sculpted boots and new sculpted shirt and arms and gloved hands, and new head sculpts and all new stuff. And then another character they're coming out with, Colonel Siege. This one's pretty cool. I do like the color scheme. I do like the earth tones going on over the figure. You have the olive pants, the beige jacket with the brown accents, then the black boots, and then the light brown or the lighter brown on the belt harness and the holsters. And it is a double rhino revolvers, so that's also cool. They added that. And then the blue, grayish, bluish shirt kind of throws it off, but it does make the rest of the color scheme interesting, so that is kind of cool to see. I would have preferred a different color though, maybe a darker red or a darker brown shirt. Would have made all the colors, would have brought all the color scheme together. I do like the head sculpt. It's got a cigar, that's cool. Makes him look, rugged and just rougher on the edges kind of character, so that's cool. His hairstyle. Actually, now that I'm looking at the hairstyle again, I don't like the shaved sides look. Not the biggest fan of that. But I do like that's like a gray-haired character. I would have liked for him to have a little bit more stubble, maybe. I would probably add that if I had this figure. And then they also revealed the vehicle that they're coming out with, called the Vanguard, which they're doing in partnership with the car company Resvani. And so this one is something that I've been looking forward to ever since they announced it like a year ago. So this is pretty cool to get an update on it. And it looks pretty sick. You can fit 6 characters, so 5 characters inside the vehicle and then 1 on top. A lot of room inside, so that's always cool to see. And then we got some shots of the modeling of the interior, and you kind of see the leather texture on the floor and on the seats, which is cool. Some cup holders in the back, and then you have all the other stuff that's in the car there, and then the dashboard with the steering wheel and the front console, and then the vents for the air conditioning. So that's also cool that they have all the detail packed in there. And then same thing with the doors. You got the netting on the bottom of the door handle, some of the other parts on the door there. And Bobby Vala did mention that the doors are going to open all the way out so that they're flush with the outside of the vehicle. So that's awesome. That's going to be great for posing figures around it and taking pictures. So I definitely look forward to that. Then they had a kind of like a teaser picture here. And I think this is involved with the action points. So I guess it's going to be like a mail-in thing maybe, or I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I think this is going to be one of the things you'll be able to get with the action points. So this is going to be interesting. And if this is like a reference to something, it went over my head. I'm not sure what this character is, but he does have kind of like the Hawaiian shirt, the floral pattern on the shirt, baby blue shirt, and then the glasses there hanging on the shirt. So I'm not sure if this is like a reference to something. If you guys know who this is, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea. But looks like it's like a 80s type of thing, Miami Vice type of character. And then the last thing that they revealed was the Crimson Shadow Technologies Praetorian. So this is like a robot figure. It's not a human in a robot suit. It's a full-on like cyber robot. And that's all the reveals from the Valafair. So let me know what you guys think about what Valaverse has coming out in the near future. Let me know what you're going to pick up, what you're not, and why you're not. And let me know what you think about the things I said in this video. If you agree or disagree, and let me know why in the comments. And that's everything I have to say. So I'll see you guys in the next video.